Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, and it is Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is a opportunity for us to bring light as well to guarding against cancer. And here's how I would like to contribute to Giving Tuesday with your permission, Coach. So I have created the Green Bay Playoff Plunge, in which if the Green Bay Packers make the playoffs, because I thought there was no chance, I will be jumping in Lake Michigan. And so with that, I wanted to bring a charitable component. I will be pledging $100 for every touchdown thrown or rushed by Jordan Love for the last 6 games, and I would like to pledge that to Guarding Against Cancer. Will you accept?
Well, first, Ben, let's talk about your Bears last night. They really helped.
They're not my Bears. I have disowned them a long time ago, Coach.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay.
That's for Jonathan Bruss to be a clown about.
Coach, was he a Bears fan in college?
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
We had bets.
Ooh.
Like I remember this vividly. It was we were leaving and busing from Illinois, and when we got back from Illinois, it was the Bears and Packers, and we were in the coach buses. The DirecTV was going in and out on the small TVs, and it was the Jay Cutler MCL game. And I had a bet with Coach Guard, and I'll find the picture. There was me with a cheese head and an Aaron Rodgers jersey holding up a sign, and I've never seen Coach Guard smile so much, other than probably winning a Big Ten championship.
How quickly you turn. Now, Aaron Rodgers is like your best friend or your idol.
I love
Aaron.
You
just turned on the Bears just like that, huh? You been a real one.
You just know when you got to cut bait with a dysfunctional franchise. That's fair, Coach?
Hey, you're the one that cut bait, Ben. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you cut bait.
Yeah, I've been long disavowed from a franchise that gives me no joy.
Okay. Going back to your pledge, yes, we'll definitely accept that for GAC. Thank you for thinking of us.
So what,
Jordan Love?
What do
the end zone.
What do I have to do? So I got Brian Balaga, we got John Anderson of ESPN. We're getting a whole cast of characters. Is there anything that we can do to get you to come into Lake Michigan or Lake Mendota, if that's safe, if the Packers make the playoffs?
Let me think about it. But what was your pledge again?
$100 per
$100
passing and rushing touchdown from Jordan Love. So I'd say 6 games. I think it's fair.
Only if they make the
No,
if they make the playoffs?
that is a pledge no matter what.
Right,
the jumping in Lake Michigan. Oh, I like that. I like
very
that.
generous. Yeah,
That is wonderful.
On Giving Tuesday. All right, lots of touchdowns now. See, Kyle was getting at me because he bought I won't say the price tag. He bought something for Black Friday, and he's getting at me because I got a baby coming. And I was like, it's Giving Tuesday.
I listen, okay, I am all about giving. I'm just saying, when you're sitting there eating $1 meal with your girlfriend upstairs because you're trying to save money for the baby, I just say you need to make sure you're putting all the money in the right places. I can't have y'all up there eating $1 meals.
And we got the right place here because now we got whatever happens, Coach Guard will be matching, which is wonderful, Coach. So say it's not you. I'd say if you could think of somebody to jump in for you, do you have anybody that jumps in, no pun intended, in mind for that?
Well, Ben, if the Packers make the playoffs, the Vikings probably don't.
Ooh,
right?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
Former Badger and current associate head coach, Joe Krabbenhoff.
We'll have to talk that. That's food for thought, Ben.
I like that. I like that. Joe Krabbenhoff, potentially. And so as we're joined here by Coach Greg Guard, and Coach, thank you, because I did not expect that. I really didn't. I really just wanted to do something for Guarding Against Cancer, which has raised 7.5+ since 2016 for the state of Wisconsin and the UW Carbone Cancer Center. Coach Guard will be matching the amount of Jordan Love touchdowns, rushing or passing, through the rest of the season. Now, for your season, obviously coming off the Fort Myers tip-off, I'm excited to be in person for the game against Marquette. What have you learned the first 5 games that excites you about the rest season, or I guess 6 games now after yesterday? What excites you the most about the rest of the season?
Well, I think we've gotten better, specifically defensively, and the depth of this team. I think we've had different guys at different nights. I think we've seen Stephen Crowell really establish himself. Tyler Wall, they both have become very efficient what they're doing offensively. And, we got younger guys that are still, John Blackwell, how he's played, Nolan Winter, AJ Storrs continued to figure things out and grow. So, I think the potential of this team still remains untapped, but I like the direction we're heading, and obviously we've got, a daunting task coming at us, but it's, it's what these guys wanted, and we're going to find out how we measure up against some of the best teams around coming here starting on Saturday.
Coach Gard, from the last time we talked, the Badgers had an up and down season on the football field. The Packers are going through their ups and downs, and inevitably through any basketball season there will be ups and downs as well. As a coach, what do you tell guys when you're weathering those storms to try to get them through to, weather the storms of an up and down season?
Yeah, you still try to play the game the right way. I think that's the biggest thing, and not get consumed in who the opponent is or what the other jersey says. How well can we play the game? Have this, our standards are high, and trying to reach those. And I think when we do that, you can. It's about playing every possession as well as possible, and knowing that there's going to be adversity. We always say, Murphy's coming, meaning Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and probably at the wrong time. But be ready for it, attack it when it does come, but just trying to play the game the best way possible, and the most consistent way possible, I think, is the best approach. And that gives them it focuses more on their production, their play, what they can control, because they can't control a lot of things on the outside, but they can control how we perform day in and day out, and keep pushing the bar and holding yourself accountable to our high expectations.
We're speaking with Greg Gard, head men's basketball coach of the Wisconsin Badgers here on KBN. And Coach, you're a Packer fan, and, I'm a Packer fan as well, and I'm thinking about this boy, J. Love. Are you on the J. Love train? Are you ready to say he's our guy now?
Absolutely. You have to back your guy. And I'm not gonna jump around like Bruss does and cut bait and do that. I'll stay the course. I lived through the Lynn Dickey and David Whitehurst years, and
Bruss thought Lynn Dickey was black, by the way. I'm dead serious.
That's true.
So
it's true.
We'll stay true to J Love, and they'll be fine. Maybe they'll make a run yet this year.
Yeah, like I said, coming in 49% chance to make the playoffs, and I just when thinking about your relationship with Matt LaFleur as he spoke with Guarding Against Cancer, do you guys give each other advice or even just exchange pleasantries after a big win on Thanksgiving?
I haven't here recently. Early in the year I did, but I kind of stay out of his way, and obviously I have, my team I'm focused on, so every once in a while I'll exchange text messages or stuff, but he's got enough on his plate. He knows what he's doing, so let him operate and focus his attention on his team.
Coach, on a day like today, Giving Tuesday, where nationally people are, opening up their pockets to give to great causes, can you just talk about why Guarding Against Cancer is such a great cause that people should just give to today and then always as well to donate?
Well, I think we've seen that cancer is everywhere, and it doesn't discriminate in terms of who it invades or attacks. And we've all had stories or have stories of someone we know or someone personally, maybe somebody out there is going through it, that we can support. And whether it's through the research and the good things that are going on at the Carbone Center here in Madison, or the grassroots initiatives that we do across the state. And I think that's the other component that's unique about GAC is that all the money raised stays right at work in Wisconsin. It doesn't leave. It stays right here at home. And I think it's 90 cents on every dollar goes back to patients and research and care. So very little overhead, very little administrative cost. So really, in terms of the investment that people can make, as much as possible, probably any nonprofit out there, I don't know if anyone has a better rate of return on what goes right back to the actual cause and not caught up in overhead costs somewhere. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just how you can help at all different levels. Like I said, whether it's research or specific patient care initiatives that we do at the grassroots level across the state. And people take ownership in it. They understand, from the state here, that this is really important to help our neighbors and our families and those next door. And that's where I think it's really hit home for people, and they see it going to work to help the people that they're concerned about.
Well, we sure are glad to be aligned with Guardian Against Cancer, and it's such a great cause, and we're so grateful to be alongside you in that. And Ben Brust, he has a certain superpower, it seems like, to instigate, right? I mean, we see it every day on this show. He is an instigator, right? But he's using his powers for good this time around in doing it. Was he always like that? Was he always an instigator? Someone that could either, one, rally the troops or get beneath people's skin?
Yeah, his lack of defense was very instigating as a player.
Coach, just confirm this, because I guarantee there were conversations amongst you and Bo Ryan. I remember doing a closeout drill, probably my first or second day in practice, and Bo told me that I was the worst defender to ever, and you were with him, Platteville, the worst defender to ever come into any of his programs. Is that a fair statement?
But you can also probably acclaim you might be the most improved, Ben, because you had the farthest to come.
Yeah, I mean, look,
so
trust me.
It can work both ways. You can look
I have
at it that
the
way
YouTube
too.
quote saved where Bo actually did praise me on Senior Day for the for the improvement. I believe it was more than just improving because it was so low, but I understand if it was probably not as far as I think it was.
It was quite a ways, Ben. You came a long ways.
He must have been a great shooter, boy. Oh boy!
Yeah, wow.
You had to, Ben, or you would have never played.
I know. Trust me. There were sleepless nights as a freshman. I was like, I gotta learn how to do something I've never done my whole life. Otherwise, I'm be sitting on the bench.
All right, but you found a way.
Found a way, Coach, and just the level of again. The level of excitement for a game like Wisconsin versus Marquette, it's in December, and then you roll into Big Ten play. But, what do you do and how do you prepare? I mean, you don't prepare differently, but there's just a little bit more right now, it feels like. How do you channel that?
Well, it's great for the state. It's great for the game of basketball in the state. That's how I look at it. You
get along with Shaka?
Programs. Yeah. I mean, I rarely see him, but no, he's done a good job there. And, my son tried to break all his records at Oregon High School if it wasn't for the COVID years that jumped in there, because they both went to the same high school here near Madison, but I say that tongue in cheek.
Yes, very.
But no, I mean, it's two good programs. It's great for basketball in the state of Wisconsin for Saturday. Our state and the game of basketball is going to be center stage nationally. It'll have a big spotlight on it. And it's they've got a really good team this year, and we're looking forward to getting after it on Saturday, late Saturday morning, and see where we stack up. And there's a lot of things we got to get better at, but I think we're trending in the right direction and have played better here recently. And we're going to have to play really well on Saturday. So,
anything I can do from the stands?
I don't think the preparation. Anything you can do from the stands. You just get ready for your polar plunge or whatever you're going to do, Ben.
Yeah, all right.
Packers make the playoffs.
The Green Bay playoff plunge,
baby. That's what I like to hear.
Coach, thanks for taking the time. And just to confirm, $100 for every touchdown passer thrown by Jordan Love. I will be giving $100 to the last 6 games. And I guess, hey, if they make the playoffs, I will continue that. How about that?
I'm with you. I like your idea.
Thank you so much for jumping on and matching that on a Giving Tuesday, and best of luck on Saturday. More so, please go kick their ass.